From the local station, the morning show starts now.
We are learning new details about a deadly wreck that killed a Jacksonville mother this summer. What police believe the two drivers were doing right before that crash happened.
If you're applying for student loan forgiveness, you may have missed your chance. What we know after the site closed down. Voting machines in Duval County have passed a test run before the November election. The concerns voters have before going to the polls.
Good Saturday morning, everyone. We appreciate you joining us. We will get to those headlines in just a moment.
Yes, but first, you know what we got to do? We got to check with weather. Meteorologist David Heckert is here. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, how's the outside looking? I mean, it's not too bad out there.
Not too bad at all. In fact, temperatures currently hanging out in the 50s. And boy, we got a really, really nice Saturday in store for us across the area.
Thank you so much. Well, new this morning, you can start applying for student loan forgiveness. President Biden says the applications are open through a beta mode website right now.
News4JAX reporter Marilyn Parker joins us live this morning. Marilyn, you tried going to the website this morning.
The sentencing trial for a man who killed two young brothers in Putnam County will start a week from Monday. Mark Wilson could face the death penalty. He was found guilty Thursday for killing Robert and Tayton Baker. The prosecution plans to seek death for Wilson. A criminal defense attorney not related to the case tells News4JAX to seek the death penalty, you would also need to discuss the level of cruelty of each crime.
In other words, it was just, basically torture. Somebody who knew they were going to die and were suffering with the pain. So as long as they have at least one aggravator, they can go forward on a death penalty recommendation where they seek the death penalty.
Kurtz also says Wilson's defense could bring up his mental health in the sentencing phase. The Baker brothers' loved ones say nothing will ever ease their pain. However, they feel justice for them is Wilson receiving a death sentence.
A man is in critical condition after an apartment fire in Arlington. And JFRD says it found the home just off the Arlington Expressway just after 4 o'clock yesterday. Jacksonville Fire and Rescue says the flames filled an apartment with smoke and a man was rushed to the hospital in critical condition. Video from Sky 4 when it flew over the complex yesterday. You see it there. No word on what caused this fire. The Red Cross is now helping a woman and 4 children with a place to stay. A Mandarin apartment complex will not be investigated by JSO as part of its Crime Watch initiative. People living at the Pickwick apartments were previously told officers were going to go into their apartments without permission. Yesterday, they received a notice from management stating it was a miscommunication from JSO. It says the safety inspection is mandatory for the property, but only voluntary for residents.
Your voice matters. Voting machines in Duval County passed their inspections just in time for the November election. The supervisor of elections tested the voting equipment yesterday to see if they're processing ballots accurately before they go to the polls. 14 machines were chosen randomly for the check. News4JAX spoke with people who witnessed the testing process.
I think it's really important for us, the public, to know that we can trust the system, that the machines are up and working, and that they are accurate, and that you can trust them.
I trust this particular office, this election office here in Duval County. The process itself, I'd say, has a lot of problems in Florida that still have to be addressed. The fraud, I think, is mostly in the mail-in ballots.
And if you didn't know, tests like these are done throughout Florida to make sure your vote is secure. Early voting starts in just 9 days here in Duval County. Election Day is November 8th.
Well, Shad Khan is expanding his investments in Jacksonville by adding Neptune Beach's Seahorse Oceanfront Inn and Lemon Bar to the growing list. The announcement came down yesterday. Property owner Kathy Cole said it's time to pass the torch. Plans for the property are still under development, but the Jaguars owner did mention a vision that is consistent with what exists today. So we're talking about a boutique, a beach hotel, a restaurant, parking, and other public amenities. A police dog hurt in the line of duty is back out in the public after making a full recovery.
That's right. The special game Huck attended to honor a fallen deputy and the connection he has with the game's location. Plus, some beaches south of us are finally opening again after Hurricane Ian ripped through Florida.
The repairs that still need to happen before more people can get into the water.
Live from the local station, the morning show starts now.
A last-chance effort to sway people's opinions. The two candidates in a sheriff's race runoff are touting what they will do for the community. A look at what TK Waters and Lakeisha Burton feel will help stem crime in the city.
Doctors say children's hospitals nationwide are seeing more cases of RSV. Newborns and preemies are most vulnerable to severe illness, the symptoms you need to look out for.
The Angels are soaring this weekend for the air show. From kids to adults, everyone is excited to get a glimpse of the roaring aircraft. So look inside the cockpit and the rush pilots feel while flying over you.
All right, everyone, thank you so much for joining us this morning. It is now 8 o'clock, and we will get to those top stories in just a second. There's a lot to talk about after all.
Oh, yeah, but we got to start off with weather. David Heckard is here with us. And David, it is 8 o'clock right now. Still a little chilly out, but I know it's going to change soon.
It really is, and this is shaping up to be a really fantastic weekend.
Federal health officials say America's pediatric hospital beds are more full now than they've been in the past 2 years.
More than 4,400 cases of a respiratory virus known as RSV have been detected in children during the first week of October. News4JAX reporter Bree Eisem is live in Bree. Pediatric units in hospitals across the nation are feeling a bit overwhelmed right now.
Bree, thank you. And early voting starts Monday, and two candidates in the race for Jacksonville Sheriff runoff are making their last push for votes.
That's right. Lakeisha Burton and TK Waters held the most votes after a special election in September, and the winner next month will fulfill the rest of the term left by former Sheriff Mike Williams. The two candidates faced off during a forum at the First Coast Tiger Bay Club luncheon. Both tackled top issues, including the city's crime rate, school safety, and community policing. These are some of the concerns that most voters share. Here's what TK Waters had to say.
There's a couple things that can happen when you engage and get closer to our community. One is you can decrease response times, and you can also be close to our community, work together. There was a time in this agency when I'd ride the streets and people knew your car number, people knew your name, and people knew when you worked. We have to get back to that and have a plan to do that.
Meanwhile, Lakeisha Burton explains she has an integrated public safety plan. She says it's going to take everyone to come together with all resources available.
Going back to how we're going to do it, we have to show up. We have to show up to areas and places, a lot of times where people don't like the police or trust us. We need to talk to the media. We need to show up. And one way we build trust is not by the way that we've been running our campaigns.
Now, some voters we spoke to say communication from the sheriff is going to be critical. You can learn more about their views on gun violence in the city by heading over to newsforjax.com. There you'll find our voters guide, which has a look at where each candidate stands. You can also learn more about the different races that will be on the ballot in the next couple of weeks. The Blue Angels will be flying high in the sky today and tomorrow. Our News4JAX reporter Marilyn Parker got a first-hand experience at what it's like to be in the cockpit.
All right, so we had a little bit of a delay on Wednesday, had some technical difficulties, but it's Friday, we're back, and I am just as excited. We're about to fly with the Blue Angels.
You ready today?
I'm ready.
All right.
I love you, Mom. The day is beautiful, and I know I'm in good hands, right?
Awesome.
Is that 7?
Hi. Hello again, man. How you doing? Thanks for coming back out. Ready to go?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Temperature 2.4. Altimeter tree 0, 1 tree. Sea level pressure 198.
All right, you ready to go?
I'm ready.
All right, here we go. Wave it at the crowd. Yeah, it's a nice, beautiful day out here, isn't it? And up we go. Yeah, you're doing great. All right, the next thing I'm going to show you is a split S, okay? It'll be about 3 G's.
A bit much for me.
I got you, okay.
Uh-oh. Wait a second, I'm sorry. I'm feeling queasy.
All right, I'm gonna climb us up, get us headed back towards Jack's.
Okay.
All right, Canopy's gonna be coming up. Watch your hands.
She's alive. Am I?
We just got back from flying with Marilyn. She crushed it. We got up to 5.1 G's.
Woo. Thank you, Seven.
Yeah, no problem.
I am tired. My legs are gone. My stomach came up twice. I couldn't barely walk back, but I'm alive. They got me some water. We're at NAS Jack's, Maryland Parker, Channel 4, the local station.
She is such a trooper.
She
I
is.
love that. Go, Marilyn. You go. That was awesome.
And you know what I love the most about Marilyn? You know, this gave us a chance to see her personality a little bit more because, you know, we watch the news and we always see her. She's, you know, on the story, kicking butt, hard news. But here we got to see, am I alive? I love you, Mom.
Yeah, definitely a before and after of Marilyn in that, and definitely better than me. I'm one of those people, I'm not a huge flying fan when it starts getting, you know, a little bumpy in the skies. Can you imagine 4 or 5 G's? It's 4 or 5 times the weight of gravity on you as you're pushing up in the sky. So good for Marilyn. Good for Marilyn.
Yeah, she is literally amazing. And speaking of amazing, we want to share this adorable picture of Dominic. This was sent to us by his mom, Tatiana. And get this, she made his Blue Angel flight suit right there that you're seeing. And he looks pretty fly in that, might I say so myself?
Let's just say you said fly.
Oh,
You're right.
See what I did there?
Yeah, I love it.
Well, the really cool fact about his family, they're originally from Belarus. Dominic has very big goals and dreams. He hopes to one day be either a Blue Angel, captain, FBI agent, SWAT, officer, NASCAR racer, scientist, or famous video gamer. And I love that he's making sure he has options because that's what you need, okay? That's inspiring me right now.
For real.
But you know, who are we voting for?
We're going to vote for the Blue Angel captain, of course. He looks the part.
Yeah, I was like, he has the look. I think he could do it.
Incredible uniform that his mother made for him. So.
I know, just going to say go, Mom.
Yeah.
And also, we want to talk about Snapjacks. You know, we saw Dominic's picture there, but we want to see your pictures too, especially if you go to the air show today. So share them with us on Snapjacks. Ooh, hello, that's a good one. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
You know what to do. Just load them up, and we'll probably share them on the air. We really appreciate that. And about 15% of adults nationwide have trouble hearing. However, now you can get a hearing aid at the store.
That's right. The difference between those compared to the traditional aids from the doctor. We'll tell you all about it.